Of course, there's one person we haven't mentioned. By the grace of God, he's still with us. Anybody guess who that might be? Yeah, of course, that'd be none other than our leader. And in my mind, and I'm sure in many others, and for sure my teammates, the greatest high school football coach to ever come out of this area, for sure, and probably the best coach in the entire state. And I'm not being biased. That's a fact. Coach Bill Connors. Now, before I give Coach Connors the mic, I'd like to say a few words. I was sitting around the other night thinking about all the qualities that made Coach Connors a great coach. For example, he could see the entire field. He knew whatever each and every player did on a specific play. He had a brilliant mind for the game. He could easily identify the other team's weaknesses. He never let you get too full of yourself. We can all attest to that. Those are all good qualities, right? That led me to think about what was probably the greatest quality that he had. And I'm sure my teammates would agree, he was a great motivator. And although Coach had many ways of motivating us, I sat there and tried to think of one word that described how he motivated us the best. And the one word I came up with was fear. Because if you missed a block or a tackle or a pass, you definitely wanted to make sure when you came off the field you knew where Coach was standing. And you wanted to go the other way. Although that didn't always work either, because sometimes he came after you. But that fear of making a mistake is what made us better players. That desire to strive for perfection. That's why we had the dream season that we had, the perfect record, all that, and maybe just a little help from Buck Grove. All right, our coach is going to say a few words here.
I just want to say I didn't plan to speak today. Last week I spoke, and tomorrow's going to be our big day at that banquet. It's going to be Best Center Day. And our whole team is going to be honored there and receive an award. I didn't know I was going to speak. We want to make sure everybody's recognized. I'm so thankful that we had a preacher come to honor our deceased. Our players and coaches that aren't with us, but they're looking down on us today. They're with us today. They're up in heaven looking down. They're with us right here today. And we want to make sure that everybody's recognized that was a part of this successful season. So everyone who was a part of the Hall of Fame 75 team. First, I want to give a few thanks to Jim Pritz, Andy Reducey, and the Slagle family. Special thanks to Jim Pritz for all his organizing work to put his book together. This is an amazing book about the 75 Hall of Fame Junkyard Dog. The hundreds of phone calls he made in organizing the occasion. Jim Pritz, you are special. Also to Andy Retucci for all the work he did, especially designing the Hall of Fame logo and all the other chores he did to make the party and banquet a success. Andy Retucci, you are special, buddy. I want to thank Dennis Slagle and his son Dallas for the jerseys they donated. Also his wife Lynn, thank you. Congrats to Dennis Slagle. Being inducted into the Hall of Fame also, he was a great athlete in 3 sports. He was our football quarterback. The season he played, we were 5 wins and 4 ties. We possibly could have won it all that year, but he had fractured his collarbone. So that was another undefeated season, and we didn't even get to go to the playoffs because of the way it was set up. But he was a great football player. Baseball, he was a professional pitcher, and then in basketball, he was an all-around player. Dennis Slagle was a Division I player in all three sports. Congratulations, Dennis. This is my final game. This will be my final game of coach. I dressed like a coach for this special occasion. I brought 3 of my favorite hats. Wondered if I'd get buried in one hat, but I guess I'll have to have all 3. My wife Pearl and I retired to Florida for 20 years. Before we had physical problems, we came and moved to North Carolina near our son Jeff. She wanted to come to the banquet, but she had a hip replacement and a cancerous kidney removed. She was unable to make the trip. And we're both now 86, and they're all part of the victory for the following. Coaches Don Bartolomucci, our great defensive coordinator, a large part of winning this championship. Also, who helped with the defense, Jan Hayden. He helped with the 75 team with Coach Bartolomucci, who made him a great defensive coach. He went on with me to Ringgold. He was my defensive coordinator, and he won it all there. We were champs there in 1982, but that was Hayden. Coach Cicchini, a really great coach. He coached our offensive line. We had some great people on our line. George Smogey and Paul McCarty at the tackles. And we had our mighty Mike, Andy Ratusi and Buzz Brazzi at the guard. Great pulling guards. They were small. They go against guys 240, 250, especially the last 2 games, Beaver and Catani. It didn't matter. They did the trapping. They did the trapping on our counter. 2 great little mighty Mikes. Our center was a great center, Bill Ratika. That was Tom Doman's guy. Tom Doman coached the center. A great coach. Went to East Beth, went on to West Virginia with Joe Marconi. He was called Pappy. He was my brother. He was buried in his West Virginia hat and his West Virginia jersey. I wish he were here today. But we say to our people here, this is why I wanted to come here today, to recognize those deceased coaches and players. They were all a great part of this. I want to thank the Reverend for praying here today. They were all a great part. That's why we wanted to come here, to recognize the deceased that were part. That's coaches. That's Coach Bartolomucci. That's Coach Bozzi. That's Coach Cicchini. That's Coach Doman. Believe me, they're in heaven looking down right now, and they're smiling. I want to also thank Mr. Stay, all he did for our team, Dr. Conley, also Mr. Scott, the teachers, the Best Center community, we love you. The many signs you put up for this team. Our booster club puts Beann, Mark Melanowski, Bill Rowland, our cowboys, cowbells, pardon me, the pep rallies, our cheerleaders, the student body, even the Whiskey Hill boys, Mr. Badalini's band, meaner than a junkyard dog. Now what we wanted to do, we wanted to recognize our entire team, those that are here today. We wanted to bring you up as sophomores, get in line, come up, just say who you are. And we wanted 4 people to be standing here just to add to it. Randy Miller, who was a great athlete here at Best Center, track, he was unbelievable, basketball and football. And then Jan Hayden, he was a great player and a great coach. He coached this with Mooch with this 75 championship team. And then he went on with me to Ringgold, became a great coach there, and then on to Jefferson Morgan, where he had winning program. Jan, you were a great guy, boy, and really loyal. And then we have my son, who was the quarterback the year before we lost to AG 8-6, had a chance to maybe win it all that season. Then he went on to coach Division I football for 30 years. Not too many go on to coach Division I football. I was extra proud of my son. He coached over 100 pros. He had 9 first-round draft picks. In 2017, he was voted to the Hall of Fame, National Collegiate. And the greatest blessing for me, I was sitting in the stands, 50,000 people. It was national television, and at halftime they called the name Jeff Connors, report to midfield. He got a standing ovation for a long time, and they said, Coach, you were voted the National Football League Coach of the Year. That's over 200 colleges, and he was voted as the Coach of the Year in 2017. Okay, I gotta change hats for this next guy. I got this sent to me in 2015. I was watching television. My tailback in high school and middle linebacker. Greatest player I ever coached. He's the legend at Best Center. He was coaching, went to Ohio State, then to the Chicago Bears, won the Brian Piccolo Award. You saw the movie Brian's Song. Went back to Ohio State, coached there 23 years. Moved from Ohio State to coaching the pros for 18 years. He was in 2 Super Bowl games in 2015. He was the National Linebacker Coach of the Year from Best Center High School. How about that? How about that? There he is, Chris Tugger. Come on, Chris. We got to show it. Hey. Here's the Super Bowl ring, baby. How about that Super Bowl ring? How about it? How about a tailback? Chris Tugger, jump back his hat he sent me. He sent me the hat, jacket, and the program. Oh my God, I was dancing around for months, man, with that hat on. Oh my God, a guy from Best Center High School. He won the Super Bowl. And his player, Von Miller, he was the linebacker making all the tackles that Brady was coaching, buddy. Voted the Player of the Year. How about that? Okay, now Andy, help me call up, or Jim, call up the sophomores.
What's that? Ritchieville.
The line of sophomores, as your name's called, please, just come up and give us your name. We want all the players to be recognized. Every player on that squad, it wasn't the starters, it was the entire team, sophomores, juniors, and seniors.
So I'm just gonna go down the list here of everyone, and we're gonna mention every player because not every sophomore's here. We're gonna do player number in order. That's the way to go about it, and then name. Number 1, Charlie Colbert. Louder. That's my daughter giving me instructions again. All right, if you're here and you're standing up here and I say your name, put your hand up. Number 7, John Bauman. Number 10, Billy Barger. Number 14, Dale Hensley. All right, get up here, Dale. You ain't getting away with standing in the back row. Number 16, Charlie Elias. Number 20, Kevin Wilder. Get up here, Wild Man. You know, I got to interview these guys when I was putting this little book together. A lot of these sophomores had fond memories of Tom McCarty coming downfield and blocking on them. Patrick Murphy over here said something about having his head on a swivel. Number 23, Ronnie Keto Nolan. Number 24, Kevin Rainey. Number 25, Jimmy Rohr. Number 28, Joe Bailey. Number 29, Eddie Simchak. Number 30, Scott Smokey. Number 32, Patrick Murphy. Number 35, Gene Orlando. Number 37, Bruce Kurjanowicz. Number 38, Big Ed Petschko. Number 47, Mark Fabo. Number 46, John Tarver. Number 59, Kerry Gill. Number 71, Danny Miller. Danny's in the mine. He'll be here later for a beer. Just want to say something for these guys. You know, there's Penn State coach James Franklin. He said, iron sharpens iron. And day in, day out, these guys were there simulating the other team's offense and dealing with the seniors and all that kind of stuff, as well as playing the reserves. Played a lot of time during that season, over 6 quarters of time on their own. And they were a big, huge part of this, because without them, we don't get there. All right, we're going to keep going now. We're going to call up the juniors. Number 2, Barry Miller. Number 3, Jimmy Barger. Number 8, Alex Marodi. Number 12, Marty Knezovich. Number 33, Roy Clare. Number 36, Floyd Plutch. Number 39, Glenn Pitzer. Number 44, Frank Haverlesko. Frank gets the award for coming from Florida for this game. He's the furthest Number 45, Drew Markovich. Number 48, Ralph Holt. Number 49, Gary Wharton. Number 55, Steve Malinowski. Number 60, Gary Celesto. And thanks, Gary, for bringing all these tents and all this other stuff out here for us today. All it takes is all you got, Gary. Number 64, Tim Licata. Number 68, Joe Edwards. Number 72, Jim Delaney. Number 74, Ralph Pinkney. Number 76, Warren Miller. Number 77, Big Dan McLaughlin. Number 81, Melvin Gray. Number 82, Keith Betsko. Number 88, Jeff Friend. And manager Dennis Golitko. All right. Where's Freddie? Freddie, come over here. See someone worthy of these seniors here. We're going to give off the
All right, here we go. Number 4, Jim Pritt. Number 6, Lou Brudet. Lou, where the hell are you? He's not here. All right. Number 9, Jim Sharkins. Number 15, Kyle Lockett. Not here. Number 22, Kevin Bailey. Number 34, Barry Stuttgart. Number 40, Steve O'Neill. Number 51, Mike Bear. Number 53, Bill Ratusa. Number 54, Maurice Baeta. Number 56, Joe Swinshaw. Number 61, Andy Bertucci. Number 62, Len Perazzi. 63, Pat Sosnick. 65, Steve Licata. Chris Licata. Wrong thumb. 66, Joe Suaro. Number 70, George Smoggy. '75, Tom McCarthy. Number 80, Ted Giles. Number 83, Mike Mizrak. Number 85, Wally Stutka. Number 86, Beringer Niemel. Number 89, Ken Pohill. Manager, Ron Axtell. And manager, Richard Draper.
I only have a few more words. Another coach that I'd like to recognize is Tony Rizzuto. He was with us with 75. He's now the head coach at Best Center. Hopefully he can bring another championship. Let's all get behind Best Center this year. Tomorrow's going to be a Best Center banquet in Washington. Believe me, it's a sellout. It's going to be a great banquet for Best Center folks. The medals are going to be given to the players. They're going to be allowed to wear their hats like the one I have on. And it's going to be great to wear only when it's told as you come up. I would like to just give a couple of our chants that we had before I leave. This one, I want the team to answer me back. You can answer me back with BC, and I want to hear from you. Who are we? BC! Who are we? BC! Who are we? BC! Okay, you're going to answer back with contact. What do we love? Contact! What do we love? Contact! What do we love? Contact! You're going to answer back 75 Hall of Fame dogs. Yes, sir. Who's the greatest?
75 Hall of Fame dogs.
Who's the greatest?
75 Hall of Fame dogs.
Who the greatest?
75 Hall of Fame dogs.
Okay, I'm going to try to sing this fight song last. Now, I have some words that I may mispronounce, and you may say that I'm using obscene language, which I'm not doing, but I mispronounced some words. Oh, when those BC boys fall into line, they're gonna win that game another time. And for the dear old school we love so well, for our players we will yell and yell like hell. We're gonna fight, fight, fight with all our might. We'll circle in and hit that line again. We're gonna roll, oh beaver, in the grass, on the ass. Roll, roll, roll. They're gonna roll, oh panning, in the grass, on the ass. Raw, 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 raw. Go BC Dogs, man. We love you.
All right, got one more thing we need to do here before we let everybody enjoy the festivities.
Gotta celebrate now.
Well, yeah, but first of all, I just want to say, although our fallen brothers aren't here with us physically, they'll always be in our hearts and spirit forever. So I just want to, take one more moment to recognize them. And then we got something special we want to give the coach. We thought about this, me and Jimmy, for a long time, and we kind of put something together here. So, Jimmy, you want to grab that button? Just something we wanted to get to you, so to remember all of us. So, hopefully, we made you happy today.
I cherish that forever, bud. I cherish that this team forever.
All right, we love you,
You're all
Coach.
family, best center, you were full of love all through this.
Love is what did it. Our motto was love one another, and that's what our team did.
All right, before I let everybody go, let's go one more time. How about them dogs? Yeah, and we have some stuff over here. We're gonna raffle.